Alrighty, 7th grade. I hope you have already watched the solving two-step equations review because the process for solving inequalities is almost identical except for your solution at the end, because the difference between an equation and an inequality is that an equation has one specific solution, an equality has a variety of answers. For example, if I asked you to name the number 7, the answer would just be 7. However, if I asked you to name a number less than 7, you could tell me 4, 5, 6, any number that fits the criteria of being less than 7. So again, we're going to use that exact same process. Identify the term that has the variable in it. A lot of you like to circle it to bring it down. We are going to keep the sign to the left. This is going to be really important with inequalities. And then again, making sure to do the same thing on both sides. But before we're going to solve, we need to remember this thing here in the middle that says, don't forget, when we multiply or divide by a negative number, we need to flip the inequality symbol. So again, that'll come in handy when we get to our last part of our two-step inequalities. So if I take a look here, I'm going to do exactly what I just talked about when we did our two-step equations. I'm going to identify the term that has x in it. In this case, it is 2x. So I'm going to bring that on down, making sure to keep everything that's inside the bubble. Something that's helpful so you don't get lost is to also bring down that inequality symbol, keeping it exactly the same. This way you don't get confused when you're going to graph it. Some of you I know in class would put an equal sign there because you would solve it just like you would an equation. But again, we have to remember to keep that symbol there. Then I'm going to go through and I see that I've got a plus 6. So the opposite of plus 6 is going to be to subtract 6 on both sides. Again, this side will cancel out to 0. And then you can use your handy dandy calculator or your mental math to do 12 minus 6 to end up with 6 on the right hand side. And then I've got a one-step inequality. So again, remembering that there's that invisible multiplication symbol between the 2 and the x. I'm going to need to divide both sides by 2. Just as a quick check, that 2 is a positive 2, so I don't have to change that inequality symbol at all. So I end up with x is less than 3. And then again, that difference of equations and inequalities, we are going to go ahead and graph this on a number line. It's always helpful to put your solution in the middle, then put a number above, a number below. This one is less than 3. There's no or equal to part, so that's going to be an open circle. And the less than, we are going to go to the left. So again, it's going to be open and to the left. It's open because it's less than, not less than or equal to, and it's to the left because it's less than. Go ahead and pause and then try the one on the right, and I'll put the solution up in 3, 2, 1. Alrighty, so I hope you did not get tricked by this negative coefficient in front of your x of that negative 2, because that's going to make all the difference when we have our solution down here, because we needed to flip this inequality symbol right here to make it a greater than sign, because we did divide by a negative number on both sides. Alrighty, so on the next screen, you're going to see two examples that are going to be super similar to when we did our solving equations. Okie doke, so just like on the last slide, I'm going to do the one on the left. I'll have you pause and do the one on the right. So let's take a look again using that same process of identifying the term with our variable in it, watching our signs to the left of our terms, and making sure to do the same thing on both sides. Don't forget, when we multiply or divide by a negative number, flip the inequality symbol. So again, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to identify my term with the variable in it. I see here that I've got x over 3, or x divided by 3, and I'm going to bring down that inequality symbol of that greater than or equal to. There we go. So then I'm going to keep on keeping on, and I'm going to see that I've got a plus 5 right here. So the opposite of plus 5 is going to be to subtract 5 on both sides. The positive 5 and the negative 5, or the plus and minus, will cancel out and give me 0 on the left. And you can use your handy dandy calculator or mental math to do the side on the right. 8 minus 5 is indeed going to give me 3, and I'm left with a one-step inequality. I see x over 3. Remember that over is really a division symbol, x divided by 3. So I can multiply both sides by 3. 3's will cancel out. X greater than or equal to 9. It is greater than or equal to, so it's going to be a closed circle, and it's going to go to the right. Again, because I've got greater than or equal to. So again, take a quick little number line, pop your solution in the middle, one above, one below, closed circle with an arrow to the right. Bingo, bango, bongo. So I'm going to show you the solution to the one on the right. However, I'd like you to pause and try it on your own, making sure to check to see if you are dividing or multiplying by a negative number. So I'm going to show you the solution in 3, 2, 1. Hopefully you did not get tricked by the negative sign in front of the 3 for a -3, saying that we had to multiply by a negative on both sides, which means I had to go ahead and flip my inequality symbol for my solution. So I'm going to end up with an inequality that is going to be a closed circle because of that or equal to piece, but the arrow would be going to the left, as well as the solution was going to be a negative number. So if you have any questions, go ahead and you can replay this, pause it as many times as you'd like. There is a problem set posted on Schoology that has 10 two-step equations and 10 two-step inequalities. You do have to graph your solutions for the inequalities, and then there's a little 5-question check up, little Schoology, similar to our warm-up, built in at the end. So if you have any questions, make sure to replay. You may also send me an email or message at any time.